Welcome, Jets fans, to another exciting Gangrene Hippo Jets podcast, episode 2, with myself and my co-host Al. How you doing?
How you doing? You good?
Very well, mate. Very well. It's been a busy few days for me. And we have a special guest on today. We have a guest on every single week with the Gangrene Hippo Jets podcast. And today's special guest is SteveShoes, who's already been on before. So, Stevie, how you doing?
Yeah, very well, thank you. Very well. How are you two getting on?
We are very excited about 3 days to go. Three.
Well, till you fly, yeah. We're still here in sucky England with the sucky weather while you're flying off to America. Don't be showing off with your I'm flying in 3 days.
Yeah. You're not going to win any friends with that, you know?
No, exactly. Yeah, 3 days to go, he says.
Not looking for friends, I'm just looking for Jets fans.
Yeah.
Cannot wait.
Cannot wait. John, where are you flying to? When are you flying?
Yeah, so a few of us, including Anth, Nick, Dave, Tony. I think that's it, to be honest with you. I'll go into fly Thursday morning, straight into Newark. It's all in the same hotel. And we'll go Thursday night. I'm trying to remember the itinerary. It was sent earlier. We have a busy... Well, Thursday night is... I can't remember what it is. Oh, and Warren, mate. Oh, my God. I can't believe I forgot Warren as well. So Warren as well. There's 6 of us. Apologies, Warren, there, mate.
I know something you don't know, John.
Oh, no.
I know what's planned for you on Saturday morning. I've heard a little birdie about a 5K run that Warren signed you up for.
No. I'm not doing any 5K runs. In fact, they organised a
signed up
meet up the other day to talk about some 5K, 10K run action. But I was too busy with my little boys doing my own 1 meter run, and I was out of breath. I had to go down the hospital on that one. But yeah, so they've got that on Saturday morning, and then we go into the Rutgers game on Saturday. Yankees is on Friday night, and then Sunday's big game day, tailgating, and then there's some chat of going into the city in the evening.
There, so that's slightly, mate. It's Yankees Friday night, then it's 5K run Saturday morning for you, and then the Rutgers. What are you shaking your head about? You don't
shaking my head because I'm not doing any running.
You don't fancy a 5K run?
I don't want any running. I'm not doing any running.
Out to Warren, whatever you have to do to get him there. We want video footage on the episode after of John on the
changing my hotel. I'm changing my hotel. We're staying in the same hotel, but I might have to relocate for one evening.
The thing is, I was
missing in action.
I was jealous of you about 3 minutes ago. Now mention this 5K run. I'm glad I'm staying in England. I mean, you've seen me. I'm built for comfort, not for speed. Hey, come on.
I can't remember the last time I did a run.
Any kind of run.
I don't do running. Ow, do you do running?
I do. I do running.
Well, when was the last time you ran then?
I don't do running like Warren does running, but I do 5Ks and 10Ks.
When was the last time?
I do 24 minutes for a 5K.
That's a year ago.
Which is slow. Okay. That's quite slow, by the way.
Well, you should be coming on the trip then.
Why?
Because they've 10K runs
Saturday morning. Have I got to run the 5K for you?
Yeah. Just come for the run and you can go home again.
You pay for my flight, my accommodation, then I'll do the 5K run for you.
I've got a big suitcase I can put you in. Yeah, smug you in. Yeah, carry on. Yeah, 7 hours. Feed you. Put a little straw hole in there.
Just feed me the plain nuts through the...
little nut. Yeah, it's my little dog on the plane. Anyway, so that's going to be looking forward to that. We are looking forward to that. But more importantly, we're looking forward to the tailgating. We're going to be at D7, D3.
Yeah.
If anyone's going to be over there, going to be listening to this, the Gangrene UK Nation. And we cannot wait. I cannot wait to wear my shorts and Jets top, which has been a year since I've done that, in the sun, because it ain't going to be very sunny over here. Oh, it's going to be raining big time. I cannot wait. Have you checked
that? Because I don't know what the weather's... What's the weather going to be like in Leicester next Sunday, Steve?
Yeah, I don't know. I'll have a quick...
I reckon it's going to be sunshine. And not only is it going to be...
Are we doing the weather chat? We're doing the weather We don't know weather
Not
forecast
only is
now,
it
are
going
we?
to be sunshine, there'll be no John wearing shorts.
It's pure sun over there in New York. Even if it's not, it'll be cloudy. I'm wearing shorts, scaring people away.
Oh yeah,
My legs.
I'll wear shorts until the end of September anyway. Yeah, why not?
So Steve, you got your Leicester watch party.
Does it say sunny? Does it?
Yeah, it's got a bit of rain possibly by 5 o'clock, but I mean that's only a tiny little bit. So that I think we can guarantee that'll have gone, and the weather will be lovely.
Yeah,
be a beautiful balmy evening in Leicester, so where we can welcome people.
Exactly. We like guarantees in Jetland. Remember what Joe Namath guaranteed us a Super Bowl. So Steve is now guaranteeing us an amazing time. Talk us through it, mate. What's the Leicester? Well, you've done it before, right?
Yeah, so a couple of years ago, we didn't manage to get one done last year, what with the London game and the timing of it. And then we had so many games that were late or Sunday night, Monday night, so that obviously they're all out. So there was nothing really we could do. I think we'd identified one possible game in December. But for me, when I do the watch parties, I like to get them earlier in the season when it's still, the clocks haven't gone back, so it's easier for people to travel.
Nice.
You try and do it early on in the season so the season is still alive.
So you've got for week 1 this week.
Yeah, exactly. Well, precisely.
Week 2.
Well, when we did it a couple of years ago, I'm not sure which week it was. Maybe it was 4 or 5, 3 or 4. And I was sort of joking with the guy that runs the place we had out last time, saying, well, at least the season won't be over by then. Oh no, Aaron Rodgers went down in the first game.
That was
now we're floundering around with.
Was that your last watch party, the Buffalo game?
Yeah, it wasn't. No, that wasn't the watch party. No, because that was an overnight game.
That was week 1. Yeah, it was.
We sort of joked about the fact, hey, Jet season won't be over. It's September. It's like, oh right, okay then.
Well, spoiler alert. Because last week we did Ant's predictions for win loss.
We can't
Steve,
this.
What's that?
We can't still tell Steve this. We can't. All we'll say
No.
is...
So Steve is predicting. He may be predicting a late season watch party.
That would be great.
We can say that. So we'll come back to Leicester.
Yes.
But when it's still competitive.
Absolutely. And that's what we do. So the one we did a couple of years ago was a place called the Firebug. And this time it's a place just around the corner at a bar called Duffy's. Duffy's has got a kind of New York dive bar feel to it. It's an Irish bar, so there's a lot of green and white in there anyway. So the colours match nicely, and it's exactly the same people that run it. That run Duffy's. The same guy that runs Duffy's runs Firebug. So we've got access to the Firebug's kitchen. So because basically the two buildings kind of back onto each other, even though you have to walk round from one to the other from the outside. So the kitchen just backs straight into Duffy's. So we know we can get all the food in that people want. The beer's fantastic, as you'd expect in an Irish bar. They've got Guinness on, which is good. They've also got Brennan's Stout, which is a top drop. I do like the Brennans, but they've got loads of different stuff on as well. And so we'll have a big screen in the back room, and then they've got TVs, sort of 3 other TVs. I think it's 3 in the other part of the bar. So, and we've got the whole thing to ourselves. It's not a public bar. It's for us to watch the game. I mean, it's free entry. There's no worries about getting in. You just want to come in and watch the game. That's fantastic. But it's not as if we'll be sharing this with a load of other people that are wondering what we're all doing and what's going on. It's going to be our event. It's our venue for the night. So people get in there for about 5 o'clock because there's a band on in the afternoon. So the band are going to finish up, and then we're going to move in. Are
the band going to play Jets themed music for us as we walk in?
I mean, we could try, but I don't know what would Jets themed music be. It'd be that what was the band called? The Super Chicks, who did the Joe Namath song. You guys must know that.
No, I don't know this. Fill me in.
No. It's come on, you guys, you don't know this song.
Are you going to sing it for us?
Super Chicks, but no, mate, no. Tell us more about it.
It's I don't know when the song was made. I guess it must be made soon after the Jets won the Super Bowl. I'm sure the band are called the Super Chicks, and it's
Super Chicks.
If you type in Super Chicks Broadway Joe song,
is this another one of your dodgy? If you want me to type in Super Chick into Google and see what happens,
you'll get a lovely chicken shop just down the road. You'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
Best fried chicken.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right, exactly. Yeah,
anyway, they could play that, but given I appear to be the only one who's actually ever heard that song, then maybe I've invented it. Maybe it doesn't exist. I don't know. That's the way things
I've
go.
read a lot of books on Joe Namath. He's my hero. So I've never heard. Obviously, he had all the Bachelor nightclubs in Manhattan.
Yeah.
But honestly, I've never heard this Super Chick song. Steve, honestly, feel free to sing it, buddy. It must be quite a catchy number.
I'm trying to. I mean, I'm not going to do that.
Oh, I thought there was a moment there.
Well, all the listeners are waiting for Super Chicks.
No, I'll tell you what you could do. Get it if you can get the song. I don't know if it will work. Get the song, attach it to the end of the pod, and then that could be the last little bit.
There you go.
You can finish the pod with.
There's our intro music, Al, for next time is Super Chicks. Yeah, 100%. Let's get it on.
See if we can find it.
If you type in Broadway,
what would you say, John? What would you say is the most jet-like song ever? Like, if you could just one song that epitomizes what it is to be a Jets fan.
Oh, I mean, I imagine probably something by Radiohead or the Smiths. You've got to be in that realm, haven't you? Either that or Colossally Optimistic in the face of all evidence. That's the only two ways to go. I don't know if there's a band that are just always upbeat no matter what happens. It'll be like that, or it's just going to be like, oh.
I've got that scene from The Lion King in my head. You know, when the parrot's going, "Nobody knows the trouble I've seen."
Yeah, it's
my ultimate Jet song.
You go with Kermit. It ain't easy being green. There you go.
There you go, Kermit.
Not easy being green. Yeah, I tell you what. When I first met Al, he was the most optimistic Jets fan I've ever known.
I'm still optimistic.
Yeah, but it's a bit different now, buddy. You're a bit different now to when I first met you. This is what happens of 15 years? When was it?
Something like
14,
that, yeah.
12 years ago.
Still going.
12 years of no playoff.
Yeah.
It is as well.
Yeah, it's more than that now.
It's oh my goodness me. When Al started... When did you start supporting the Jets, Al?
So I got the last playoff season was my first season as a Jet fan. So I was like, oh, this is normal. This happens every year, right? No,
absolutely. I've got a friend of mine, his best season in terms of where we finished was when we just missed out on the playoffs.
The Fitzpatrick season.
Fitzpatrick, yeah. And was it Tompkins or someone couldn't catch the ball really? And he would have been through for the touchdown and we'd beaten
in. What, in Buffalo? No, we got battered at Buffalo, didn't we?
I thought it was the last game. Maybe
last game we got battered. Yeah,
we got battered away in Buffalo, but we should have been done. There was a game we should have won before that, and I can't think what it was. The home game, and if we'd won it, and what annoyed me about that season is, funnily enough, the Steelers, they finished with a worse record than us, but made the playoffs, and that really annoyed me because obviously they finished. I guess they must have won their division or something with a worse record.
Yeah, that was a tough season. That last game, when we had to beat Buffalo to get in, we had such a massive turnout of Jets fans in the Hippodrome. It was such a great energy before the game, and we had flags everywhere. And this was where this originated. There was a group of Jets fans who had never seen before turned up with this flag.
Oh yeah,
yeah, in the Hippodrome, not in the normal Hippodrome bit, but they had the big, massive cinema bit. And the big, gigantic screen was on. And we started chatting to these Jets fans. They were awesome. And then the game with the deets of who did this Jets flag behind. And that's where it come from. So next time I went to New York, I've got it sorted out. What's that?
We went to New York the following season and went and got it. We met him in... where did we meet him? In the park by...
Bryant Park.
Yeah.
Bryant Park,
Yeah.
So that was a tough game. From being so excited, like 2 hours before, because we got there dead early.
Yeah,
I think everybody as a Jets fan got there dead early. To start getting the spirit of things.
It's what you're thinking about the game all day, and obviously, for those of us longer in the tooth who can remember more than just the one playoff run, it's once the playoffs start. It's like the first thing you think of in the morning and the last thing you think of when you go to sleep. And any quiet moment in the day, you're like, playoffs. It just dominates your thoughts. It's like straight away you're waking up in the morning and like, oh, you're in the playoffs. Brilliant. I mean, the one I remember, I think the most fun was the Bengals. When I think we absolutely trounced them in the regular season and then beat them again the following week, if I remember rightly.
It was Brad Smith, wasn't it? It was on.
We were something like 31 or 30 nil up at half time in the
Smashed
regular game. was absolutely fantastic, which meant I could go
And
to
the best thing about it was that you know you're still in the game to win, to go to the Super Bowl, and like, you know, it's so long ago now. But when you are in the playoffs, the season hasn't finished. It's just that's why it's so annoying. What's going on now with the Jets? Because even in the noughties, it was like year on, year off, we were in the playoffs. So it's like, yeah, great, okay, one bad year. Chad Pennington's got injured. Wipe that one off. Next season, we're in the playoffs. We got Curtis Martin and the lot. You know, we're doing a good run or whatever, and the hope is still there, and you still, as you win we actually won playoff games, and when you win playoff games, you're thinking, oh yes, I've got no money, but how on earth am I going to get a Super Bowl? Because it's going to cost me a fortune. But I don't care how I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it, and you start thinking of ways to get that Super Bowl ticket, and those AFC Championship games, where we were so close, was like, I'm going to ask everyone for money and get there. Well, and even in the noughties, it's like, we're still going.
Your little special bet, John. This is the year to do it, which is you put £500 right now on the Jets to win the AFC title game.
That's what you normally do, yeah.
If they win that with the odds they are right now, there's your Super Bowl ticket paid for.
Yeah, I mean,
it's the only way you're getting it, and it's technically your Super Bowl tickets only cost £500.
That is what you should do.
But are you doing that every year, John? £500 on the Jets?
No, I did it last. I didn't put that much on. No.
If you don't do it every year and just put £500 to one side,
yeah, you should do.
Years, you'd have saved up enough money.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but
I haven't done that, by the way, Lister. I'm not mentally deluded. To put £500 to win the AFC Championship every year. I'm not that kind of person that's done that for the last 25, 30 years. Oh, my goodness me. Imagine if I was. No, I don't know where I got that £500 from.
We talked about it.
I suggested it'd be a good idea in the past. I think 2 years ago when Aaron Rodgers, when the hype hit massively, I did do that. I did do it. And I think I may have put on a little bit last season, but it's not happening this year.
When he said he doesn't do it, he's done it the last 2 seasons.
Yeah, when Aaron Rodgers was there, I honestly thought we were going to go Super Bowl. But I'm just checking checking the odds now, guys, for people. So if you did want to bet the Jets, they're not even in the top. Not even in the top. Oh, my God. We're second to the bottom, 100 to 1.
Yeah. The Atlanta Falcons have a better chance of winning the AFC than we do, and they're in the NFC.
Yeah. Oh man. So 100 to 1. 100 to 1.
100. So there you go. So you put £500 on. That's
put 10 quid. 10 quid on that. Is that 50? Well, 50 quid would pay for you. 50 quid. Well, yeah. No.
Save the 50 quid and don't waste your money. I mean, either way.
But I wouldn't bother. That's not happening.
You don't know what my predictions are, so maybe we're going to be.
We might get into that. Yeah, you might be tempted to take a bet on. Let's talk about the roster, because we have had the roster cut down. The roster cut down since our last episode. Now, roster cut down is a special time of year for all American football fans. But I was wondering, we do have Nick from Green Smoke, the wonderful Nick from Green Smoke, who's also a Chelsea fan. And I was thinking that it must be difficult for Chelsea fans to understand the concept of a roster limitation. So I thought, John, can you explain what roster cut down day means?
Yeah, Chelsea fans, for those Americans, Chelsea is this English club that buys any player in the world. Basically buys them all.
Yeah.
And puts them on 7-year contracts, if not longer.
Yeah.
And they just have a big posse of them, and they get paid loads of money. Except one of them does want to leave.
They all want to leave.
They all want to leave. They don't play.
Want to leave, but they don't want to not get paid all the money to do nothing. But
anyway,
in the round ball game that we have over in this country, there's no roster limitations. So if you want to just buy 90 players or 100 players and just keep, as long as you can pay them all, you can pay them all. And then when you get situations like you have some clubs that have 50, 60 players in their squad, and other clubs have 25. So we don't have that in the NFL, do we?
Yeah, so to all those people, to answer to those Chelsea fans out there, we are limited to 53. So Al, who's been who was the guy that got cut that you were like shed a little tear?
Oh, easy. That's an easy one. That Carter Warren.
Carter Warren.
Yeah, offensive tackle. Because I actually thought he played quite well when he was on the field, and I was quite surprised. I thought there'd be one or two others like Max Mitchell who's made the roster that I thought maybe Carter Warren would be ahead of him. I love Max Mitchell for the record, but I thought Carter Warren had done a bit more.
Did you shed a tear when Malachi Corley got caught?
Do you know what? I did not. Did you? How do you feel about Malachi Corley, Steve?
Well, I mean, it's just another one of those picks, just another waste. And there was, all the yakking stuff, and you thought, okay, maybe this guy's got something. And I think I drafted him in the last round of fantasy football last year as a sort of, you take a flyer, didn't you, in the 17th round or 23rd round or whatever the hell, you're at the end. And I was like, why not? Because if he turns out into it, I've done the same with Arian Smith this year, by the way. And if, because he actually appears to be holding stuff. And if he can just catch and not drop, we've got a hell of a possibility with that one. Anyway, but so with Colin, I mean, the problem with dropping the ball as he's going in for his touchdown.
Yeah, that was stupid.
Like it's, and I don't know, it's really strange. Like players, I guess there's so much about image, and if I do this when I go in, it will look really cool. It's like just score the touchdown, mate. That's like just do that first.
Yeah,
like that's better than any celebration you might have come up with. And so that's frustrating. And then the new regime have obviously got no loyalty to any of the former players, and therefore what you get is a situation where, okay, contracts will come into this, but they certainly won't with rookies. But contracts come into this to an extent. But generally, what you've got is a whole set of players, the 90 that were there at whenever it was. You've all got to impress this new lot. Every single one of you has to impress all these. Now, look, we know some players are definitely in, and that's obviously. But there's so many players who are going to be moving around, who perhaps the old regime didn't fancy, who are maybe going to be on their way out. The new guys come in, and they impress. And Corley didn't do that, obviously. Because they cut him. I mean, that simple as that.
It's not a strong wide receiver room. So you would think a second-year rookie that was a second-round pick, you'd think would fancy his chances to make that run. It's not like we're loaded with wide receiver talent. We've got Arian Smith, the rookie himself. Was he a fourth-round pick?
Well, I think his attitude stunk to high heaven. So, because mate, who was it who wanted his jersey number? Was it Devontae?
Aaron Rodgers' best mate.
Yeah, Devontae
Adams. Yeah,
and he offered him 20 grand, and then Malachi Corey said, "I want 120 grand or something stupid." There you go. That's the start of the decline of having no respect in the locker room.
What would you ask for, John? If like an elite wide receiver came in and asked for your jersey number, how much would you want?
Okay, well, this is a different universe, this one, right? So, in this particular universe, if I'll be wearing number 7,
would you?
I'll be wearing number 7, and the only guy who can take that from me would have been Kenny O'Brien. Yeah, everybody else.
So nah. Kenny O'Brien, like
in this other universe, I'll be a quarterback. See?
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he'd be coming in to take your job. So that'd be even worse.
Yeah, he's a mate, though, isn't he? So.
He's a mate.
Yeah, because quarterbacks for the same position are always friends, aren't they?
I'll be having a chat with the other John Love in the other universe, and he would have given me the heads up that is Kenny O's all right. So I was like, okay, if I can trust that John Love, then yeah.
The only thing I'd say about to Malachi Corley quickly is he's gone to Cleveland, hasn't he? So
he's gone to Cleveland.
There is a scenario. He's gone to Cleveland, yeah. There is a scenario where we all look like idiots, and as a Jets fan, you start to wonder, like, what happens if he puts up 800 yards and
I do not think that's ever going to happen.
6 touchdowns or something.
If you're looking to get 8 yards, honestly, that's not happening. Like, the Cleveland offense as well is even worse than our offense.
That's the first exclusive from John's betting corner for this year. I'm going
to try and find Malachi Corley betting line for the season. That's going to be under.
Under 8.
Whatever figure they give you, under.
Yeah.
Under a yard.
Yeah.
He's just going to fall down.
Yeah. If we've got naught, we're going under because he's going to catch in the backfield and get tackled. So it's going to be -4.
Yeah.
-4.
Negative. Malachi Corley. We've had some belters, haven't we? I mean, he was the one. It was the No Matter What, right? From Draft Day, my favourite film ever.
Who was the
There's a superstar in there.
I've forgotten his first name. Was it Hill, the guy that only ever played?
Stephen Hill.
Stephen Hill, yeah.
He was great against Buffalo for some reason.
Yeah, I was at that game.
Yeah,
I was at that game. He scored about two, maybe 3 touchdowns. He's got at least 2. It was a really sunny day. We smashed them 40-10 or 14 or something.
Yeah.
Stephen Hill had a blinder.
Yeah.
But after that game, we couldn't. That was it. Nothing.
That's your career, son, right there. I enjoyed it.
Brick hands. Yeah. It was the worst wide receiver. I always forget the wide receiver that was selected 1 pick after Stephen Hill, who was really good. I wish I could Google that. That was 2012-13. He was drafted.
So
I wish we could Google. I'll try and Google.
You can Google. We do have the internet. It does exist.
Yeah.
In our universe, John.
I want to keep the. I want to keep the content, flowing.
No, sit here in absolute silence and wait.
Yeah, I'm not. Keep it going. I'll do it in the background.
Draft year, and who was drafted after Stephen Hill? I reckon I can just wing it and just say the name Stephen Hill over and over again.
No, I'm gonna write that one down and come back to the guys.
All right. Who did you shed a tear over? Anyone, Steve?
Not really. I'll be honest.
They're all rubbish.
I was thinking about this, and I think I'm trying to remember. I think it was pre-season. How many years ago? I don't know. It was a guy called Chancey Stuckey who looked amazing in these pre-season games. Obviously, never did anything at all. And you sort of watch the pre-season. You think this guy's brilliant. Let's get him in. And of course, nothing ever happens.
Yeah.
And so especially when a new regime comes in with somebody like Glenn, who, as I remember him as a player, and I remember him being around when Parcells changed the entire culture of the Jets. And that's why Glenn was my, number one choice to be coach, because we need to change the culture of this organisation.
Yeah.
He has been around when that's happened. He was around when Parcells moved us from that 1-15 team and into the playoffs and, changed the whole thing. Now, I know that NFL's different now and all the rest of it. He's also had that, good success in Detroit. So for me, someone like him, if he's making those judgments and he's saying no, I'm on board. I'm on board with him right now, and I'm on that ride. So I do wonder a little bit when you look at the roster, when you say with the wide receiver room, we need to catch a bit of lightning in a bottle, which would be very un-Jets-like to do. But if Arian Smith...
Well, we're not going to be throwing the ball that much. I was going to come on to our running back room, and that's the one area he hasn't touched.
Yeah.
We've got 3 kids all drafted by the last regime. So it's not like he's anti the last regime.
No.
He's gone, look, if the talent's there, we'll stick with them. If the talent's not there, we'll get them out, we'll get our own guys in. Yeah, that's actually what makes me feel good about it, is we actually have a very strong running back room.
I love the fact he's trying to imitate, replicate what he got with Detroit. Beef up the offensive line for starters, get that running game going, and then the D line. We've made a couple of cheeky moves there, so I was very, very happy with the Phillips addition from Minnesota. Yeah, he's a big fat. Because stopping the run, we just can't. We are shocking at that, even though the stats say that we're actually all right. So everybody's been reading the previews for this season, and the previews are like Jets have got a good defense, good pass D, run defense is good-ish, yeah. But watching the Jets games, every game last season, we could not stop the run. We could not stop anything. The 49ers game, a backup running back called Jordan Mason, we made him look like a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
What's all that about?
Was he a rookie?
Yeah, a rookie.
Like a rookie or something, yeah.
First game of the season.
And coming in with all that McCaffrey nonsense, I don't know how much he knew he was playing and when he was playing, and when anyone else on the roster knew he was playing,
He was not prepared, and we made him into a star. Yeah. And every other game during the season, stopping the run, when it came to making a stop, and late in the game, against the Colts, for example, Anthony Richardson, the worst quarterback in the whole league, drove down the field on our defense, and they got the winner. What's all that about?
So bad at stopping the run that I think John, on his 5K run on Saturday, would be able to run through the Jets' run defense.
Not anymore. 5K. Not with Harrison Phillips there. He's a good tackler. He's a good nose tackle, and I like him a lot. If he stays healthy and we got Big Q, I'm happy about that.
But only because the Jets got Harrison Phillips and Quinn Williams, that's the only reason you're not bothering with the 5K run. Otherwise, you'd be there, right? And you'd do it. But it's only because of that you're going to let Warren down. That's
the
fine.
other thing you
I'm sure I'll
mentioned
get over it.
No, sorry. The other thing you mentioned there, though, Al, was you very briefly mentioned the O-line, or John, you might mention the O-line. I want to mention the O-line there. And, if we think back to when we were last getting into the playoffs and were any good with Sanchez as quarterback, that was a hell of an O-line.
And that was amazing.
Our O-line is looking pretty good.
Well, it's young, but, it's going to take a little bit of time to get gelled. I think Titman's out injured at the moment as well. So, but we've got Myers in as a centre. So, AVT, if he can stay healthy, my goodness me, please stay healthy.
Yeah.
Please stay healthy.
But just to give us that, and you talk about, obviously, we're clearly going to be run first. We've got the 3 running backs. We've got a quarterback that runs. So you've got all of that stuff going on. If the O-line actually does develop as it could, because
no injuries.
Well, I mean, the problem is you've got to have the backup. There will be injuries. You've got to be the luckiest team if you're going to get through with the same front 5. The problem has often been with our front 5 is that it's just changing week on week. You look back over the last few years, when have we had any consistency at O-line? And I know that's not necessarily any player's fault, but obviously that really messes things up. Whereas, like you say, no injuries, I agree, but we've also got to think about, it's almost like you can't have enough O linemen and D linemen kicking around, in the roster. You're always going to need these guys. They might be.
You got to have the depth there, exactly. Yeah.
You go down the depth chart. These guys are going to play. So
I got a question for you guys. I got a question for you.
Go.
So, offensive coordinator, brand new, right? Got no experience.
Former tight end, isn't he, or a tight end coach?
Yeah, he was involved with the passing game with Detroit last season, right? So he knows what works. But we've got a running quarterback, so is he going to be told a mandate that throw when it's first down run, 2-yard gain, second down, 2-3 yard gain, third down, that's going to be so difficult, third and long, to convert. And he's going to put himself under immense pressure. So the question is, should we just let Justin Fields be Justin Fields and maybe go for a few passing plays where he has to tuck it and run on first, second down, let him play like the Lamar Jackson role, or do you rein him in, stick to the game plan of run, or run, pass?
That's a good question.
Because it may be like we lose a few games. I can see to answer my own question there. Start of the season, he's reining it in because we're going to do run, do the game plan, rely on the defense. It's not worked. And then like week 5, later in the season onwards, it's like, okay, just do what you got to do. And then we start winning some games because Justin Fields is running up the middle for like 10 yards, 20 yards.
Would you say, John, that the other, the Chicago and Pittsburgh, would you say they haven't done that? Would you say they've reined him in too much and they haven't let Justin be Justin?
He only had 5-6 games last season. With the problem with Pittsburgh, as mentioned last on the other pod, was he was very boom or bust. Justin Fields, he would turn the ball over, he would do a pick, throw picks, compared to game manager Russell Wilson, because Russell Wilson does not turn that ball over, and that's what Tomlin wanted. So if you're going to let Fields do Fields, he's going to throw some picks.
And there's your answer, isn't it?
And there's your problem.
First-year head coach. Is that first-year head coach and first-year coordinator going to go, well, we may as well roll the dice this year and see what we have? Because even if we lose, we'll just reset next year.
Because we've got nothing to lose, right?
Yeah, that's 100% the way I would do it. I would say, Fields, you be yourself, because
just do it. We're going to be turnovers. Just go and do it.
Yeah, this is his last chance to be a starter.
Yeah,
realistically, he's not going to get a 4th opportunity. That's never going to happen.
He's got his best mate on the field as well.
He's on the field, and he's got a fan base that have lived through Geno Smith throwing the ball to everybody apart from the Jets players.
Don't forget Geno Smith, perfect. The perfect QBR against Miami or something.
Spiral on and Harley.
But I think the point is, to me, this is why you do this with Justin Fields. You let him go, because if it works, then we're golden. This is wonderful. We're in the sunny uplands and all things are lovely. And if it doesn't work, we're going to get a high draft pick next year, which we're going to need to use to get a quarterback, and he's out anyway. So who cares? And I don't mean that like I don't care that we'd have a bad season. Of course, I care. It'd be a pain to live through, but it's almost, if you could take the slightly longer term view, and the difficulty of taking a long term view as a Jets fan is that they never seem to get the success. You're always thinking long term, never really bloody short term success. But you take the long term view, either Fields comes off, and this is brilliant, and it all pays off, and it's wonderful, and Arian Smith turns into Wayne Crivette's hands, and all right.
That would be awesome, wouldn't it? Justin Fields and Arian Smith combo. Both going to the Pro Bowl.
Take the league by storm. Or, obviously, it's all a total disaster. It's totally awful. It's terrible, which would be awful to live through and watch every week. But then we get the high draft pick. And I think that the new regime have all got, let's face it, Woody's not going to burn this down next year. Like, if we do badly, everyone's not getting fired. So they're here next year anyway.
You would hope.
Yeah,
you would hope.
Well,
listen,
I don't see it,
Not only is that the wisdom of SteveShoes, it's also the perfect segue into SteveShoes' wisdom of his predictions for the season. So eagle-eared listeners will know that Anne from Gangrene UK did his predictions last week, and we know what his predictions are. Steve doesn't, because Steve's not a real fan. He hasn't really listened to our podcast yet.
He confessed to us earlier that when we asked, did you listen to Anne's the pod last week? Yeah, sort of, when I was a bit busy, but yeah, I sort of listened to it for a minute.
Listen, I hear from Ant all the time. I don't need to hear it. It's all right.
He does need a new mic, though. Ant does need a new mic. We'll have to tell him that when I see him.
Does. Right, come on then. So we're going to go through the 17-game season.
Yep.
John's got his abacus ready, so you're going to work out what the record is as we go along. But I'm going to call out the fixtures, and you're going to give us just a quick win-loss, and we'll go through. So we're going to start with the Leicester watch party game.
Yep.
Week 1, Pittsburgh Steelers at home. What we doing, Steve?
Win.
A win straight away. Against the Aaron Rodgers clueless Steelers.
Honestly, I'm fully on board with that.
Yeah.
It's just the Aaron Rodgers revenge game. It's such a... There's loads of words you can describe. That we will get our revenge for him.
Fields is really going to want to step this up and show Pittsburgh.
And Fields got revenge game.
Wilson's going to want to help his mate out to show Pittsburgh what they lost. There's so many stories. I mean, it's not a surprise when you look at the 6 o'clock games. It's not a surprise Sky chose that game.
Yeah.
There's stories.
On the other coin flip, Pittsburgh defense know exactly Justin Fields, so they know exactly what he's going to do.
But they don't know. They don't know because
they do though. Yeah,
they know what he's capable of. They don't know what he's going to do because they've never seen him coached by Aaron Glenn.
Yeah, but they'll fake him to do something that he does, and then if there are tendency, and there'll be a few picks
I
going on.
I think that's a win. Right, here we go. Second game of the season, second home game of the season against the old enemy in my world, the disgustingly pathetic Buffalo Bills. What we doing?
Win.
Oh,
yeah.
2 wins in a row.
Yeah.
Right, John the mathematicien, what does that make us after 2 games?
I need to get my sidekick on the go here. It's too tricky, these numbers. So undefeated again. Undefeated. And I think that's a good one because Buffalo, if you get them early in the season and you get a bit of pass rush, now that Jermaine Johnson, McDonald are going to be, everyone's going to be healthy, right? Touch wood. We can upset Josh Allen and get him injured. Knock his elbow in again, like we did last time.
But the thing with Allen, I can't remember which game it was a few years ago when Josh Allen just ran on us the whole time.
Yeah.
And I was watching it with a friend of mine who was quite new to being a Jets fan, new to the NFL. And he turned to me and said, "Is Josh Allen known for doing this?" I'm like, "Yes." Why on earth are we letting him? It's like, I know. And so I think the good thing, hopefully, with Glenn being obviously as the head coach now, is we might actually be prepared for these people. And that's where I'm getting some of the optimism from. I do think we're going to be better prepared. And you're right, we get Buffalo early. I think if the game was away, I wouldn't be calling it a win. I think if the game was later in the season, I don't know. It depends how the season's gone.
We'll get to that. We have them.
Well, we have to deal with that later.
Well, so we'll get to that. Let's move on to our first 2 road games. We've got the double Florida trip. Tampa Bay on the road.
That's a loss, I'm afraid.
Oh, it's a loss. And Miami on the road.
Miami on the road. I mean, that's almost like a home game with our fans down there, and I want to say win.
You're going to say win?
Yeah, sod it.
Win.
Come on. I'm going
after 4 games.
Yeah, we're 3-1.
3-1. Let John do his maths. Don't take it away from him.
Yeah, easy, Steve. I'm just trying to calculate this. 3-1.
3-1, lovely.
3-1. 3-1.
And also, so far at least, identical to Anth.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, identical. Yeah.
So, I don't know how that makes you feel, Steve.
I'm not. Yeah, that Miami game. It's on a Monday night as well. Could be another Monday night miracle.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anything can happen on that Monday night.
Yeah,
I think at some point, Tua's career is going to end, and Miami are just going to go in the toilet. I think he's always one collision away from being done.
Oh, I tell you what, that I was going to say about the Heat in Miami, but it's a night game, so that's fine. Because I was going to say, oh my goodness, a Northeast team playing in Miami in September. Look at Josh Allen last year when he was exhausted at the end of the game and lost.
Well, I mean,
I'm going to go. That's a definite loss, but we're playing in the night.
Yeah.
So
you mentioned Tua with injuries. I mean, genuinely, I really, I genuinely hope he'll actually be okay, because how many concussions are you coming back from? What is this doing? I really thought off the last one. Do you know he could walk away from this, and who would have blamed him?
Well, he's got the money. He's got the contract, hasn't he? He's been paid.
Yeah, but he wants to play, so he will sacrifice his body. That's his mentality. He's a winner. His winning starter percentage is just as good as Brady, 60%, 62%. Tua.
Just as good as who?
He's beaten the Patriots more than anyone else. Tua is elite quarterback when healthy. And it's a shame they got Tyreek Hill, who's off his rocker at the moment, so anything could happen with that guy. So, but you never know that.
I like all this positive Dolphins talk. Let's move on.
Right,
no,
there is a bit.
3 home games, including one that's in London. So Cowboys.
Loss.
We're going to lose to the Cowboys, okay?
Yeah.
Broncos in London.
How can I say it? But I think we'll lose. I really do. I mean, I want to be so wrong. Of course I do, but I don't know. I mean, I think the Broncos have got a lot going for them, and I don't know quite how well we're matching up in certain areas. So I'm a bit scared on that one.
All right, don't worry. And then Panthers at home.
Well, that's the game I would have wanted in London. Of course, we're going to beat the Panthers.
There we go.
Don't worry about that.
So there we go. So now we're mixing it up a little bit. We've moved away from Anth a little bit here, and we are. How many games in are we after? Is that 7 games we're in? 7 games in. Tom, what's the?
Still got a winning record at the moment.
Just about.
So playoff. We're still saving money in our piggy banks to go to the playoffs, not to the Super Bowl, but it's the playoffs. 4-3.
4-3.
Okay.
So at the Bengals.
I'm afraid we go to 4-4.
Oh, it's a loss. Then we have the bye.
Yep.
Before a home game with Malachi Corley's Cleveland Browns.
Oh no, we are playing them this year.
Corley revenge game.
Well, given he's unlikely to be on the Browns' entire roster by that point, I don't think we need to be overly concerned. I think John taking the under is spot on.
What if he's playing quarterback? What if he becomes a miracle and becomes the franchise quarterback the Browns needed this whole time? Malachi Corley converted from a cut wide receiver.
It was bad enough when we lost to the Broncos when Tebow was playing. You thought, I don't even know what this guy is. Last thing I need is telling me that Corley's now. Anyway, we're going to beat the Browns because we always
beat the Browns.
Even when
that was so bad when Tim Tebow beat us.
Yeah.
On that run around. Time picks him, gets him in the off season because he beat us. Worst thing he could have ever done.
I remember having some crazy scheme that when we got Tebow, what we should have done is lined up with 2 quarterbacks and train the centre to snap in either direction.
Yeah.
Where we were going.
Why not?
The problem is with that, you sort of go, that's a great idea. Then you realise, no one's going to be blocking anyone. This is an absolute nightmare. You're a man down on the block. Yeah. There's always going to be someone clear just running through. But there was a moment of, that would be so cool.
Did the Saints ever do that with Taysom Hill? Did they ever line up with 2 quarterbacks?
Not with 2 quarterbacks, no.
I don't think so. No.
The Taysom Hill Drew Brees years.
Taysom Hill could, he could at least throw the ball,
Right, let's go to the
was that a win, Steve?
In sports.
Yeah,
was that a win, Cleveland Browns?
Yes, win against the Browns. I think we're back in the positive.
Back in the positive.
We are indeed.
And then New England?
Well, as your comment on the Bills is my comment on the Patriots. Filthy, dirty. You always feel a bit let down by the Patriots, don't you? A bit deflated. I don't know that kind of thing. I mean, we're recruiting. It all kind of comes together. So of course we're going to beat the Patriots. We've got their number now.
There we go.
We'll beat the Patriots, and we're going to laugh at that stupid statue on our way out the stadium.
Absolutely.
Then we go to Baltimore, Who have the real Lamar Jackson, not the fake Lamar Jackson.
Well, I hope so. Before this Baltimore game, we're currently 6-4 in Steve's universe. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of energy going on in this team. A lot of energy. Steve, Justin Fields is going mental. He's running for 100 yards a game, throwing 2 TDs, 3 picks a game. But who cares? Because we've got the 6-4.
Three picks a game and running for 100 yards.
No one knows what's going on. It's just a laugh every week. We're just really enjoying ourselves and riding the wave. I mean, this is all great.
So the question is the bubble going to pop now at 6-4? Or like a couple of years ago? Or are we going 3 years ago? So long now.
I mean, we're not going to Baltimore and winning, I'm afraid.
We're not going to Baltimore and winning.
No, we're losing that one.
So that's a loss.
Yeah.
So 6-5 is what I've got right now. Then we have the AFC favourite Atlanta Falcons. What are we saying?
Yeah. I mean, there's so much unknown with the Falcons in terms of quarterback play, especially.
He looks a good quarterback, that Penix. He does look.
Yeah, and if that carries on, and I suppose with Robinson, with him, I'm going to say that carries on, and I'm going to say that Atlanta win that game. So that's a defeat.
Atlanta.
Yeah.
Okay, a loss.
That's going to be a typical, with a dome team coming to the cold of New York, and we'd be excited about it, and then they go and beat us 10-9.
Yeah, that's the sort of thing, isn't it? We just get nothing going.
Yeah.
It's like, it's a game we should have won.
That will be the deflating game, won't it, that one?
The weather will have been awful and we can't run. It will be really wet.
Yeah, so November the 30th.
You know.
That's when it all starts to go.
Right, Dolphins at home.
Oh, we'll win that.
Win that one.
Yeah.
We're back on the train.
Is that a double? That's a double bag over Dolphins.
Over Miami, yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you have us now? I've got a number. What have you got, John?
It's hopefully the same number as you, mate.
Go on. What have you got?
You tell me your number first.
I've got 7-6 right now. 7-6. 7-6. The abacus confirms, and we've got 4 games left. So 7-6 with a nice little run to end the season.
Yep.
Let's see what's going to happen.
It is a nice little run now.
Back in Florida for the 3rd time this season.
Yeah, and we're going to enjoy ourselves. We're going to get the win against the Jags.
We're going to win in the home of nothing, the Jacksonville Jaguars.
But Jacksonville, if you I don't know if you did this the other day or something, but they got one of the biggest US cities, Jacksonville. They've got a population of 1 million in Jacksonville. It's the top 10. It's one of the top 10 cities in the US. Pittsburgh's got 300,000.
Really?
It's one of the smallest cities in the US.
What's got 300,000?
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh. Is it really?
It's a very small city, 300,000. Jacksonville is a very big city of 1 million. I didn't know that.
1 million people in Jacksonville?
Yeah, it's massive.
Full set of teeth?
No, they've only got one arm.
Yeah.
But...
1 million people, but like maybe
half a million
Dave between them.
I think Jackson's most famous for the Johnny Cash, June Carter songs. So I mean, that's
Jackson. That's not Jacksonville, is it?
Is it not the same place when it's all going down to Jackson? Is that not where they're going down to? I was assumed it was.
That's something we need to find. I don't think it is. Yeah. Jackson's a different place.
I don't know. I wouldn't know. But I think Jackson's in a different state, Wyoming, isn't it?
Maybe. Wyoming. They wouldn't be singing about going to Wyoming, surely. Which, by the way,
it's from the Midwest, isn't he, Johnny Cash?
Wyoming is the last state in America I'll ever visit if I do it alphabetically.
What was Wyoming?
Yeah. You'll get that. Not a good gag, but I don't care.
No, I'm trying to think of like any
It's gone above ours
there. After that in the alphabet, and I can't think of any. Right, New Orleans Saints, Louisiana. That starts with an L. Does it end with an L?
No. It ends with a W. We're going down there. We're having a great time.
Louisiana ends with a W.
The fans are going to enjoy it. The players are going to enjoy it. They're going to get all the hospitality down there in New Orleans. It's going to be awesome.
That would be a cracking game to go if we are in that situation where we 8-6 at New Orleans.
9-6 now, mate.
9-6, yeah, I know. I said 8-6 before you go to New Orleans. So buzzing.
Yeah,
that would be a really good. And it's just before Christmas. That would be an awesome game to go. That's the original game I wanted to go to this season.
Can imagine, yeah.
Well, it's still
so you're giving us hope, Steve. I might have to save some more money to go to that game. I don't know how I'm going to do that.
I'm going to give you some more hope. We do the Patriots away. We do the Patriots at home.
Oh, here we go. Doubling up.
A double over the Patriots, a double over the Dolphins.
Yeah.
And we're at 10-6.
We're on a 4-game winning streak here.
Yeah. There is a slight problem coming up.
What's that? On the road in Buffalo?
Yeah, which is we're going to lose the last game.
No, but Josh Allen got injured, remember, in week 2.
Oh, did we injure
him? Also, Steve, you're doing another Leicester watch party on the end of the season as well, mate.
Filling the.
So that's a surefire winner.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys losing in Buffalo, yeah?
Yeah, I do. I'm afraid.
10-7. 10-7. Do you want to know what Anth ended up on?
No, go
on. 11-6.
Okay.
So you're only slightly more negative than Anth. But
then he's very optimistic.
Listen, I would have ripped your hand off for a 10-win season. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah.
I'll take it. I thought Anth was being very positive with an 11-win season, but a 10-win season would do me fine. That's good stuff, mate.
Surely, given the results in the division, if that comes off, we've got to get into the playoffs with that, haven't we?
With 10-7.
Yeah, because we've got to be ahead of Miami and we'll be ahead of the Patriots.
Well, if we've beaten Miami twice and New England twice, then we're definitely finishing second in the division, aren't we?
Yeah.
Which is a good idea. It's a good thing to
do. It does help,
Right. Well, can we talk briefly about the Micah Parsons trade, please? Because that's happened, and that's rocked the NFL world in general. What are our thoughts on it?
It reminds me of when Reggie White. I mean, it's different. It's different in a way, but when Reggie White came to Green Bay back in early 90s, wasn't it? That was like such a shocker, and he transformed that defense, and they won the Super Bowl. Yeah, 93, 94 was it? I think, man, that time. It's just after Brett Favre.
So you think it's going to transform?
I personally think it's going to, and I actually started betting. I started betting Green Bay to win the NFC before the line moved too much.
All right, that's an
interesting. And I bet this J Love MVP as well. 20-1.
You know what my take on it is? Imagine if you're Micah Parsons and you're living in a cosmopolitan city with cowgirls and steak, and you get traded to a place where all they have is cheese. I would be livid.
No, he's a cheese. He loves his cheese.
Yeah, cheese is great.
He loves his cheese. You don't know about his cheese habits.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you rather live in Dallas than Wisconsin?
No, because he wants to win a Super Bowl. He's got a mate. He rang his mate up. I forgot his offensive lineman. It's a story in the Athletic earlier. He rang his buddy up and said, "What's it like up there?" He goes, "Yeah, everyone's focused.
Nothing but cheese.
And there's a lot of cheese for you." And he goes, "Deal done. I'm coming up for the cheese." That's it. They do cheese rolling down the hill. Yeah,
so
they do that every Saturday.
You really want to live in Green Bay? Is that what it is?
Yeah. So, mate, they're going to be very focused. A lot of distractions in Dallas, Miami and New York.
What would be the worst for geographical reasons? What would be the worst trade to happen? Like the best place you could be. Like I'm assuming for you it would be New York, right? So you're in New York playing for the Jets and you get traded. Where would be the worst place to get traded to?
Well, Jacksonville.
With all those one-armed people.
Yeah, one-armed Dave's down there. Yeah, that was
that would be the worst one, would it?
No, the worst would be Buffalo, isn't it? Because Buffalo is the.
But you
I've
say
been
that
to Buffalo. It's terrible.
Buffalo, and you're only down the road.
No, you're not. You're not down the road.
You're only down.
You're 7-hour drive, or a short flight.
Well, yeah. Realistically, if you're playing in the NFL, you've got a helicopter, haven't you? Just chopper out in and out of Buffalo every day.
Well, presumably you can't fly your helicopter out of Buffalo for quite a few months of the year because of the weather.
Yeah, exactly. The winter's going to stop you from doing that. You got September. That's it.
Yeah, it's all frozen. You're not going anywhere.
Yeah, I flew into Buffalo once from New York, and it was winter, but we couldn't go into Buffalo because it was like snow. It was too snowy, so we had to go into the next town over and get a late night joint cab. It was terrible. Rochester. We had to fly into Rochester. Speaking of the,
Steve,
what's
where
that?
would you least like to be traded to?
Yeah, I mean, Buffalo is one of the ones. I don't have the same issue with the Bills as you do and as many Jets fans do. And I understand they're in our divisional rivals. But if I'm ranking the divisional rivals about who I really, really want to beat, Buffalo are a distant third. I mean, obviously I want to beat them, I want to beat everyone. But I mean, it's Patriots all the time. Then it's Miami.
Yeah, old school. Patriots, Dolphins, and Buffalo, yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely historically throwing the Raiders in there. But that's as much as reading up on the old AFL stuff as much as anything else.
It'll be the Giants for me.
Yeah, got to win the
Hate
city.
the Giants.
Yeah,
Hate the Giants.
that's fair.
So you were saying you hate the Giants more than you hate Buffalo?
No, for me, I'd say it'd be division first of hatred, and then Giants.
Well, I think if you take the division, if the division wasn't there, Buffalo would be lower down for me. You know, the Giants would be ahead, the Raiders would be ahead, but they're in the division, so it's as simple as that.
Yeah. You know? I mean, I just hate them. I just hate them with a passion. I would not want to go to Buffalo. If I got traded to Buffalo, I would retire immediately.
The thing is,
and I'd go play it in the CFL. I don't care if I'm like the richest, highest paid quarterback ever. I'm retiring, and I'm going to go get $50,000 to play for Calgary fucking Stampeders or whatever.
Go back to bowling, but just one last bit about Micah Parsons. I mean, Jerry Jones. I mean, he has proven himself as like even more incompetent than the owner of the team called the NYJ by what his comments were, because it all stemmed from for those who don't know, Jerry Jones had a personal conversation, bearing in mind that Micah Parsons got an agent who negotiates for him, but Jerry Jones decided to have a chat with Michael Parsons, struck a deal, which said, "Yeah, well, I'll pay you this," blah blah blah. And Michael Parsons was in a catch-22. He's like, "Okay, well, we've got the owner trying to, avoid my agent here." And Michael Parsons said, "Okay, well, just speak to my agent." And Jerry Jones said, "I'm not speaking to anyone. The deal's been done. The deal's been done." And he refused to speak to the agent. So, and it was just incredible. There's certain words to describe Jerry Jones.
It's arrogance, isn't it? It's because
it's arrogance. Yeah,
the Dallas Cowboys, and the Dallas Cowboys. Should never. They should have their pick of every player.
Yeah, and the Dallas Cowboys always pay their players. They do it late, but they always pay. They pay over the odds, and they get their man in camp. But this time, Jerry Jones is losing his marbles or something to do that, and not even talk to the agent because he's done the deal with Micah Parsons. But the agent's getting paid 10% to do it.
It's a trade within the conference as well. So not only have you made yourself weaker, you've made a conference rival that is going to be a rival, a lot stronger. It's really hard to see anybody other than Green Bay winning that division.
Well, I think, and you're absolutely right. I can't remember if I'd read when all this was going on that perhaps Buffalo were in for him, and it's just like, oh, please God, no! This would be a nightmare. And
imagine those being your choices: Buffalo or Green Bay, and Jacksonville throw the hat in as well. And you sat there in your Texan ranch eating steak, like thinking my options are.
I got no problem with Green Bay, honestly.
Jacksonville.
No problem with the
cheese rolling in Wisconsin, or snow in September. No thanks.
No problem with Green Bay. Green Bay, you're next to Minnesota, so everybody goes out in Minnesota. Yeah, it's a big city, so Green Bay's a good player. I've got a lot of time for Green Bay
as well. Green Bay, I mean, as a franchise, the history of that place. If you can make a name for yourself in Green Bay, you're
legend.
Out there now, you know what I mean. This is, it's an astounding franchise, really.
Organisation.
I've never liked them. I don't like them because they remind me a little bit of like to tell you what it is. A lot of my American friends actually that aren't really NFL fans, and you've asked them who their team is, they go, "Oh, I'm a Packers fan." And they're not from anywhere near Wisconsin. They're that team that they've heard of, so they support them.
No. They would be like New England fans or.
No, but that's of a certain generation. I'm talking about people who don't actually watch football. See, Pats fans watched football for a brief period and went, "That's the best team. I'm going to support them."
Yeah, but down the Hippo, we never see any Green Bay fans, do we?
Eh?
Down the Hippo.
We don't get many Green Bay fans. There's one, isn't there? Yeah. There's Andre. And that's
one.
Hippo. So listen, talking Hippodrome, we're going to get Mike from the Hippodrome on in the next few weeks. Don't know when. We've been trying to get him on for ages. But he's a very busy man. So Mike will be on soon. We're going to get some more gangrene celebrities on. So it doesn't end with Steve.
Good job,
Steve is
really.
gangrene celebrity number 2 after Ant being gangrene celebrity number 1.
Yeah,
we'll get
if I'm a
others on as
celebrity,
well.
I weep for your podcast. Yeah.
They love it.
If that guy's a celebrity, really, he's not.
You know how many letters we got saying, when are we going to get
Don't put
Steve
yourself
back?
down, Steve, mate.
Yeah. How many letters? You got almost one, didn't you?
We got
almost
one
letter.
saying, when are we going to get Steve back?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because that's only because I forgot to put postage on the envelope. Well, I didn't arrive.
Listen, let's quickly go through the exciting news from Gangrene Towers that this weekend in London is looking epic, gentlemen. It is looking epic.
Yeah.
The tickets for the Redemption Brewery tailgate for the Sunday morning went live on Friday. We're recording this podcast Sunday night.
500 people there last year.
500. So there's 800 tickets this year. I think there's 450 left available, and the tickets have been on sale for 24 hours.
Yeah, just over. Yeah, it's fantastic.
Just over 24 hours as we speak. So the tickets are going, and they're going fast.
Yeah.
So get them while you can. The Redemption thing's going to be absolutely amazing. And bear in mind, Redemption, the tailgate is towards the end of an epic weekend. We've got the Green Smoke JETS flag walk on the Friday. We've got the Jets party at Greenwoods in Victoria on the Friday. Then we've got the family fun day, if you want to call it that, which is in London Bridge this year, isn't it, John?
Yeah, looking forward to that.
Vinegar Yard. And then we're going to be down at Belushi's in London Bridge on Saturday afternoon with the Badlands boys. We're going to be there with them. And then
Badlands and Talking Balls.
We're at the home of London Jets fandom, the Hippodrome, for a Gangrene after dark party. I'm not sure whether Jake Asman is going to be here this year, but his name's on it, so I'm calling you out, Jake. Be there. We'll see a load of people. We had about 400 there last year, so that's amazing. And then all of that is before the Redemption Brewery tailgate, and then a little thing. I think there's a game on as well, isn't there?
I wouldn't worry. I'd just go home after.
The game's optional. Just come to all the parties and have a great time.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I mean, we're so looking forward to everything that we've put on, and we put on some great stuff last year. Was that we've been able to just basically take that on, step it up. It's bigger. There's more going on. More links with even more groups. I mean, we've got links with. Trying to remember some of the names. You've got Gotham City, you've got Gangrene Germany, 103 crew, Sweden, France.
Yeah.
I mean, who else is on the list?
There's so many.
But then you've got all the individual people that are coming over, bringing their mates. Hulkrands and Santa, and
We're hoping Frank's going to come on. We're hoping to get Frank on the pod.
Yeah.
Ahead of the trip to London.
Really
so that'll be good.
So we've got so many people coming over, and people that were here last year that we're looking forward to seeing them again.
It's going to be amazing. It's going to be epic.
So excited at the Gangrene universe.
Yeah. So next week, if you're in anywhere near New York, D7, John?
D7, D3.
If you're anywhere near
London,
9
o'clock.
Hippodrome Casino, Leicester Square. And if you're anywhere near Leicester, one more time, Steve?
So 5 o'clock, Duffy's Bar. It's about a 10-minute walk from the train station. And we're going to have a great evening because we're going to win. We're going to be 1-0 by the end of the day.
1-0 by the end of the day. And if you want to hear more from Steve, 5-minute flight, look it up.
We recorded a couple, so not sure as and when they might
good
either
stuff,
be released or
fun.
escape. But, there's always little bits like that. Not that we ever keep 5 minutes too well, but just a bit of fun that we do from time to time.
That's it. Good. Any other business, John, or are you packed? You've got to go pack for your trip.
I'm leaving early for the airport, mate. We're doing a pod on in a couple of days for the bets on that, but I'm out.
Warren, get him out. I want to see him running. I want pictures of John running on the Saturday morning.
Good luck. All right, guys. Thanks a lot, Steve.
All right, brilliant.
Go Jets.
JETS, guys.
See you guys. Thank you.